Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College as we're getting ready for game number 2 of this spring break doubleheader between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles and the Royals from Johnson University, making their way down from Knoxville, Tennessee. In case you missed it, Trinity Baptist took game 1 by a final score of 8-0. Nick Lyle, a complete game shutout. He went the distance, allowing only 3 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 13 men. That is his 3rd shutout of the season. He did the same to Point Park University and Aquinas College, a couple of NAIA teams. So an excellent job for the freshman Nick Lyle. On the mound for the Eagles in game number 2 will be the junior from Middleburg, Florida, John Shiver. This will be his 5th appearance. 5th game that he will have started. He is 1-1 with an earned run average of 5.09. He has allowed 10 earned runs in 17 2/3 innings pitched while walking 12 men and striking out 19. The defense behind him, TJ Lanning in left field, Brian Lopez playing center, Gabby Pedraza in right. Same infield as we had in game number 1. Jacob Molina at third base, AJ Alexo at second, Kevin Rivera, or Alexo rather, playing short, Kevin Rivera at second, and the big man Jeremy Rivera at first behind the plate as he did in game number 1, catcher Yardley Camacho. And leading off for the Royals, second baseman number 27, Chandler Viscardis. He'll be followed by shortstop Caleb Lee, right fielder Max McCoy, first baseman Luke Shepard bats 4th, Jonathan Howard in left field batting 5th, Chase Burke, the third baseman, batting 6th, getting a little tongue-tied here. Batting 7th, the designated hitter Timothy Howard, batting 8th in center field Ryan McKinney, and batting 9th behind the plate Brandon Tyler. So Shiver is ready. Viscardis steps in. Game 2 is underway with a fastball down in the dirt for ball 1. Lopez shading the hitter a little towards left. Pedraza pretty close to the line and right. So a big gap in right center for Viscardis, and the pitch is in the dirt. Ball 2, a much different style from John Shiver than we saw in game 1 out of Lyle. Shiver works quickly. Hitters need to be on their toes and ready once they step in. 2 balls, no strikes. Shiver delivers, and this one is just a little bit inside for ball 3. The 3-0 is down low, ball 4. So Viscardis is aboard on a 4-pick walk to open the ball game. Shortstop Caleb Lee at the plate. Lee was 0 for 3 in game 1. Viscardis had a hit in 2 official plate appearances. He also drew a walk. He's aboard at first. And Lee steps in. Nobody out. Game 2 just underway. Ray Bureau and Dean Bureau working the camera for us. Lee squares around, lays it down. Shiver picks it up, turns and fires to first for the out. Good sacrifice bunt by Caleb Lee. He gets the job done. 1 away, but Viscardis advances into scoring position. Right fielder Max McCoy, 0 for 2 in game 1, but he did draw a walk. Runner at second, 1 man out. And Shiver from the stretch. Breaking ball misses outside. Eagles scored 8 runs on 11 hits in game number 1. They bunched their hits together. Ball gets away, and a throw by Camacho into left field, and that's going to allow a run to score. Wild pitch on Shiver and a throwing error on the catcher Camacho, and the Royals off to a 1-0 lead. Two balls, no strikes on McCoy. So the leadoff walk has come around to score. The bases are now empty. Shiver can go back to work from the windup. And the pitch to McCoy on the outside corner, 2 balls and a strike. High pop fly down the left side and over on top of the batting cage. Count even at 2-2. It's warmed up a few degrees since the start of game 1 at 11 a.m. We're now coming up on the 2 o'clock hour. Temperatures hovering around 82 degrees. Slight breeze from right to left. Chopper towards third and no play for Bellina. Just a couple of clouds overhead. Not one cloud in sight during game 1. Little bit of white behind the right field fence now as we start game number 2. 2-2, Shiver working from the stretch. A breaking ball misses inside. So the count full on McCoy. Eagles have won the series 2-0 so far, looking for the sweep. And the pitch, ground ball towards Rivera at second, the scoop and the throw in time. 2 outs, bases empty for the first baseman, Luke Shepard. Shepard had a tough first game, went down on strikes all 3 times up. He was 2 for 5 yesterday. Trinity Baptist won that game 10-9. They were leading 10-3 in the top of the 9th. Royals put 6 on the board before Dan Richard retired to side and picked up the save. Eagles right now standing at 10-18 overall, but they have played some brutal competition all season long, mostly NAIA teams, and in the state of Florida, those teams are top-notch college baseball programs. This high pop-up in the blue sky is fielded by A.J. Alexo, and that retires aside. An unearned run puts the Royals on the board, and we go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Johnson University. Bottom of the first, Eagles will send up the following batting order. The leadoff man is a third baseman, Jacob Bellina. Batting second is a shortstop, A.J. Alexo. Batting third in left field, T.J. Lanning. Cleanup man is a first baseman, Jeremy Rivera. Richard Ruth, the designated hitter, he bats fifth. Kevin Rivera playing second base will hit sixth. Batting seventh in right field, Gabby Pedraza. Batting eighth in center field, Brian Lopez. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Yardley Camacho. On the mound for Johnson University, left-hander Bailey Music. Making his 7th appearance of the season. He has no wins and 2 losses, ERA of 6.43. He's pitched 18 2/3 innings, allowed 13 earned runs. He's walked 3 men and struck out 5. The freshman from Bristol, Tennessee, high school called Tennessee High School. Bailey Music on the mound here in game number 2. Jacob Bellina at the plate. Had a pretty good first game of this doubleheader. He singled, walked, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly, and scored a run as well. His other time up, he also hit a very hard line drive into the gap, only to have that one chased down by Goodwin in center field. So Bellina leading things off. Game one, he hit the first pitch for a base hit. He goes after the first one this time. It's a high fly ball, pretty well hit into left. And then Jonathan Howard makes the catch, going back deep, falling down, but he stuck with it. So Jacob Bellina has put the bat on the ball pretty well almost every time up so far today. And he's had 2 balls chased down and robbed him of extra bases. Fantastic job by Jonathan Howard out there in left center field. So 1 away for the shortstop, A.J. Alexo. He moved up in the batting order from the 6th spot in the first game. And he takes a strike to start things off here. Alexo had a double and a run scored in 4 trips to the plate in game 1. Music working quickly, and he's ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2, and the windup and the pitch. A little bit low and outside. So Music set to deliver the 1-2, and this one hits the batter, and Alexo is aboard. That's the first batter hit by a pitch by any pitcher on the mound today. For Alexo, that's the 2nd time he's been plunked this season, so the Eagles have a runner at first with 1 out for the left fielder, T.J. Lanning. And Lanning had a 2-run double in the 3rd inning of game 1. Also drew a walk, so 1 out of 3 with a run scored as well. And a throw to first with the runner back. Lanning had 3 hits in yesterday's ball game and 3 runs driven in. He's had a terrific series against the Royals. Looking to continue it here in game number 2. High pop fly right around the plate. Catcher Brandon Tyler unable to get there. Lanning did not run. And a throw to second. Well, Alexo had to hold up as that ball was right up above the plate. So Lanning will reach. It's a fielder's choice. Tyler was able to recover and get the out at second. So 2 down. Jeremy Rivera at the plate. Alexo caught in no man's land. He had to hold up. Lanning was able to hustle down the line, keep the inning alive for Rivera. First pitch is in the dirt. Lanning took a few steps, but he held up. Rivera had an RBI double in the 1st inning of game 1. 1 for 4 on the day. Stepping in there with a runner at first and 2 men out. Throw to first, and the runner is back. One-0 pitch to Rivera. Chopper towards short. Lee fields, sets and throws, and retires aside. Nice job by the shortstop to get the out. Eagles get a runner aboard on a hit batsman, but they do not score. After 1-0 Johnson. especially today. We've played one, and Johnson is on the board with a 1-0 lead. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order due up. Jonathan Howard, Chase Burke, and Timothy Howard. John Shiver allowed an unearned run. A walk, a wild pitch, and a throwing error led to that run, and Johnson has a 1-0 lead. Jonathan Howard was a starting pitcher in Game 1. He took the loss. He did not bat. So he's up there for the first time today facing Shiver, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Howard, though, did score twice in yesterday's ball game. He got on with a double and a hit by pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 for 4 officially in the series with 2 runs scored. And a pitch from Shiver is a foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. John Shiver, hard throwing left-hander on the mound for Coach Copeland, and a pitch. Good fastball, had a lot of movement. Howard able to get the bat on it to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch misses to make it 2-2. Shiver pitched his freshman year for Lander University, came over to Trinity as a sophomore, and now in his junior year, he gets a ground ball to Alexo to throw to first in time. No, the ball got away from Rivera, and that is going to be an error on the second baseman. Check that, first baseman, Jeremy Rivera. Leadoff man aboard. Kevin Rivera also playing second base. And Chase Burke did not appear in Game 1 today. Had a couple of hits in yesterday's ball game, 3 to be exact. He lays down a bunt, has a chance to beat it out. Rivera picks it up, and he goes for the tag, and Burke tried to slide under it, but Rivera got the glove on him. Sacrifice bunt. Gives the Royals a runner in scoring position. Burke was 3 out of 5 yesterday, had a 2-run double in that big 9th inning rally. Timothy Howard hit a 2-run homer in yesterday's ball game. He steps up there now with a runner at second and 1 man out. This one's fouled off. Howard 1 for 3 in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. High pop-up. Alexo calling for it near the bag, 2 down. So 2 away for center fielder Ryan McKinney. He played left in Game 1, had a tough time at the plate, went down on strikes all 3 times up. Had a base hit in 5 trips yesterday. Runner goes toward third. Throw down by Camacho is in time. 2-5 on the putout, and despite the error, Shiver faces the minimum 3 men. Bottom of the second coming up. Johnson leads 1-0. Bottom of the second coming up. Trinity Baptist College trails 1-0. Richard Ruth, Kevin Rivera, and Gabby Pedraza due up in the order. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. An unearned run in the top of the first. Chandler Viscardis walked, went to second on a sac bunt from Caleb Lee, took third on a wild pitch, and scored on an overthrow. And that's all the scoring so far through 1.5 innings. Richard Ruth, the Eagles' designated hitter. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI in game number 1. Started off as a DH, ended up at first base. Had a 2-run single in yesterday's ball game. 1 for 4 in that game, and he steps in now, leading off the second, takes the first pitch outside. So Ruth already with 3 hits in the series, and the pitch is well hit into right center field. It's going back. It is off the fence. Ruth will pull up into second with a leadoff double. We told you he's had a good series, and he keeps it going with that double off Music. So a runner at second with nobody out. Fourth hit of the series for Richard Ruth, and it brings up Kevin Rivera. Kevin was 2 for 2 yesterday, picked up a hit and 3 trips in game 1 today. Ruth leading off second. Music with the pitch in the dirt, and a good block by Tyler to hold the runner. One ball, no strikes. Chopper foul, and it's 1-1. Eagles have put 18 runs on the board in the first 2 games of this series. 10 yesterday, 8 in game 1 today. So the offense has really come to life. And a pitch swung on and missed. Very nice changeup from Music. 1-2 the count on Kevin Rivera. RBI possibility. Richard Ruth led off with a double. Ball one-hopped the fence. Came pretty close to getting out of here. High pop fly into right field. It has a chance to get down, but McCoy is there to make the play. Fine running play by the right fielder, McCoy. One away. Ruth holds at second. Ball not deep enough to tag, so he was a good quarter of the way down in case the ball did land and he'd been able to take third base. But a terrific job by McCoy in right, and it brings up Gabby Pedraza. His first at-bat of this game. He was 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored in game number 1. Pedraza takes ball 1 outside. Max McCoy showing a good speed in right field to make that catch. The 1-0 is on the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike. Gabby Pedraza at the plate looking to do some damage. Two and 1. Regardless of what happens in this game, the Eagles have already won the series. A complete game shutout from Nick Lyle earlier today. And with the win yesterday, they're looking for the sweep now. And the pitch swung on and missed. Good rip by Pedraza, but a nice changeup by Music. We've seen him do that a few times already today. Mixing up his speeds pretty well. Count even at 2-2. Changeup, foul tipped and held on by Tyler. First strikeout for Bailey Musick. After the leadoff double, he's retired the next two men and kept the runner at second base. Brian Lopez making his first at-bat of the day. He did not appear in game one. Had a base hit his only time up yesterday. And this one misses up high. One ball, no strikes. Ruth leading off second. Modest lead, but he's getting a good secondary. And this one's in the dirt. He takes off for third. The throw by Tyler is not in time. Wild pitch charged to Bailey Musick. And again, Ruth didn't get a big initial lead, but he's getting some good hops. Once Musick gets into motion, that allowed him to take third. The ball didn't get very far away. And this one is fouled off. Ruth also made a pretty good slide to the back side of the bag. Third baseman Burke fielding the throw in front of the bag. So Ruth, with hustle and a good slide, got himself into third. 2 outs, 2 balls, and a strike on Lopez. Ground ball to third, off the glove of Burke, and that's going to tie up the ball game. It was hit hard, but right at Burke, and that'll go down as an error. No RBI. Lopez at first. Each team now with an unearned run, and we are tied at 1. Catcher Yeardley Camacho, 2 outs with a runner at first. He had a single and a walk in 3 trips. He also scored a run in game number 1. Did not appear in yesterday's game. Getting a chance to catch 2 here this afternoon. High fly ball into right field, but right at Max McCoy to retire the side. Eagles get an unearned run. 1 hit, the leadoff double by Ruth. He ends up scoring. We go to the third. It's a 1-1 tie. Top of the third coming up in a 1-1 tie. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 due up for Johnson University. Ryan McKinney, Brandon Tyler, and Chandler Viscardis. Johnson got a run in the first. The Eagles just came back to tie it up in the second. Both runs in the ball game unearned. 1 error so far for Johnson University, 2 committed by the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Ryan McKinney at the plate. First time this second ball game. Officially anyway, he was at the plate when Camacho caught the runner trying to steal. He lifts one high and deep down the left field line, and it is foul. That one had the distance. It was home run distance, but it curved foul. So McKinney making a bid for a leadoff home run here in the third. No balls and a strike. This one is in the dirt. 1-1. We were saying before that long foul, McKinney was at the plate. Jonathan Howard caught trying to steal third. Good throw by Camacho. So McKinney back at the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that evens it up at 2-2. And Shiver gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. First time the leadoff man has been retired, and it brings up the catcher, Brandon Tyler. Brandon went down on strikes both times in game 1. Nick Lyle had 13 strikeouts. And the pitch is up high. Tyler ahead in the count, 1-0. Pitch misses a couple of inches outside. Shiver looked in like he wanted the call, but it's 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. As we saw Nick Lyle work very slowly in game 1, Shiver getting the ball, getting on the mound, and bringing it in. And now the count is even at 2-2. Camacho's teammates letting him hear about it. Hey, Jelly, you're not the only one who said the count wrong today. I've done it a number of times. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and a miss, strike 3. And now Camacho gets to throw it around. Strikeout number 2 for Shiver. Both have come here in the third. A leadoff hitter, Chandler Viscardis. He drew a walk and ended up scoring his first time up. Fouls off the first pitch. Shiver a long look in this time, and the windup and the pitch. Check swing. He held up. Pitch was low and inside, so the count now at a ball and a strike. One and two on a good fastball. Shiver has his pitches moving quite a bit. The 1-2, popped foul, out of play. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is popped up, and we'll get out once again. And kudos to the young man chasing down those last couple of foul balls. Always good to get some help from the youngsters. 1-2, the pitch from Shiver. Fastball misses upstairs. The 2-2, breaking ball stays up high. So the payoff pitch with 2 down. Shiver winds and delivers. Fastball, bounce toward Alexo. Backhanded stab, has a little trouble picking it up, and a throw gets by Rivera. We'll see how that one's scored. It goes as a single. He had the throw beaten. Alexo knocked it down, didn't field it cleanly. Throw got away, but no further advancement. First hit off of John Shiver. Viscardis at first with 2 outs for the shortstop, Caleb Lee. Laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt. Came very close to beating that one out. And this is fouled away. So Shiver ahead 0-1. No balls and a strike. Going to be joined by Coach Jones and Coach Karim Shepard of the men's basketball team. Taking in some Eagles baseball this afternoon. What'd you think of game 1? Bats broke out, Nick Lyle, shutout.
Shutout, complete performance, offensively and defensively.
Runner goes, pitches, a curveball for a strike. Throw down is not in time. It was a good throw, but Viscardis made a great slide to the back of the bag. So 1-1 to count on Lee. Nick struck out 13. Game number 1.
Yeah, that was a commanding performance.
I believe that's his 3rd shutout of the season.
Yep.
He got Point Park and Aquinas, 2 NAIA teams. The 0-2 from Shiver. In the dirt, nearly hit him. So a ball and 2 strikes. Lopez shading the hitter a little towards right. It's a big gap in left center. Swing and a miss, and Shiver strikes out the side. An infield hit and a runner left at second. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. We are tied at 1. Go to the bottom of the 3rd in a 1-1 tie, and due up for the Eagles is the top of the order, Jacob Belina, AJ Alexo, and TJ Lanning. Made a mistake. This was not Karim Shepard joining Coach Jones, but it is our new men's soccer coach, Mr. Ellie Jean, taking over for Bill Brindley. Man, we're going to miss, but he's moved on to Columbia International University. We want to welcome Coach Ellie Jean. How you doing, Ellie?
I'm doing very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm happy for the opportunity, and I worked with Coach Bill last year. It was a great time, and I love the people around here, and it's gonna be fun working.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna miss Bill a lot, but you're familiar with the program already. That's going to help out in your first season at the helm. What do you expect to see from the Eagles this coming fall?
I'm expecting a good year, good hard working, just like it's been in the past 3 years. We're going to continue the same thing that Bill did going on, and then we're going to have some good Christian student athletes, and they're going to perform well for us. That's what we believe.
You know, it's going to be tough to replace Josh O'Hara, one of the team's leading scorers. The only way we ever want to see anyone leave this college is through graduation. Josh going to take a national title with him. Ground ball headed up the middle, and a base hit for Jacob Belina. So the Eagles with the leadoff man aboard here in the 3rd. Belina has hit the ball hard all afternoon in both games. Well, Josh is leaving by graduation. Still a lot of talent on the team.
Yeah.
You're going to play a pretty tough schedule as well.
Yeah, both Joshes has been tremendous to us. Josh O'Hara and Josh Freeman. They've both been very good players, and they did things the right way. That's what we like about them.
And if I remember correctly, Josh Freeman is also graduating.
Yes, sir.
He's a senior.
He's graduating.
I'm glad he was able to come back and play in the postseason. He missed a lot of time with the concussion. Able to come back and get in that postseason tournament. Line drive into left field. Alexo has himself a base hit. Bolina around second. The ball gets to the fence. Bolina will come around. Alexo on his way to third, and he's in there with a stand-up triple. Coach Jones is a lucky man. Every time he comes up to the stands, we get a couple of runs. Last time he did that, Jeremy Rivera put one in the woods out there in left field.
I told him I was his good luck charm, and he's getting ready to come up next.
So what you need to do is walk down, come back up a minute later. That's an RBI triple for A.J. Alexo, and the Eagles lead 2-1. T.J. Lanning at the plate reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. In there for a strike. We're saying about both Joshes, Freeman and O'Hara, they're going to be tough to replace, but what do you have waiting in the wings?
We'll have a camp, and then we'll identify some kids. We'll definitely have some recruits coming in, and it's going to be exciting. That's all I can say. It's going to be exciting. We have an ID camp coming on the 21st and 22nd of April. We're going to identify some good players, and it's going to be exciting again.
Ground ball headed towards second. And Viscardis has a little trouble. We'll see how that one is scored. A.J. Alexo crosses with run number 3, and that is going as an error on the second baseman. It is an RBI for T.J. Lanning. So he's aboard at first. Still nobody out. And, Coach, you want to go down, come back up again?
Let's go, Jeremy.
Jeremy Rivera at the plate. Grounded out to the short to end the first inning. Throw to first and the runner back. You're saying about this camp?
Yes, we're going to identify some new athletes, and we're going to get some new faces here to replace what we've lost. But it's impossible to replace the Josh O'Hara and Josh Freeman. They were a tremendous help for us over the last 4 years. Good kids, great soccer player, role models. We're going to miss them.
Came very close to repeating as national champions. Finished third in the country. Ground ball to the shortstop and into left field. That is a base hit. Lanning never stopped. He's on his way to third. The throw is a good one. And it gets by Burke, and Lanning will score. Need to have you out to the ballpark more often. Jeremy Rivera singles into left, Lanning around to third. He will score on the overthrow. It was a good throw, but bounced past Chris Burke, and the Eagles now lead 4-1. Richard Ruth at the plate. He doubled off the fence his first time up, ended up scoring a run. First pitch, a breaking ball hit into left field. Jonathan Howard is there to track it down for out number 1. Well hit, but out.
Yes, about Josh is there. They've been tremendous, and we will miss them, and we hope to have one of them around to help us out. But tremendous kids, tremendous players.
And tremendous young men as well.
Yes, sir.
We wish them all the best. We know we're going to see them around once in a while. They have a lot of friends here at Trinity Baptist College. First pitch swung on and missed. Ball gets away. Rivera will take third. Pass ball on the catcher, Tyler, and a runner at third with 1 out.
Ray, if I could add, this is Coach Jones, the athletic director. If I could add another comment too about Coach Gene. He's an individual that earned the respect of the players this year, and in his role as Coach Brindley's assistant. And it just, as we went through the process, and it was a long, intense process, we interviewed a number of candidates, but it just kept coming back around that Coach Gene was the obvious choice to lead our program forward, and we're very excited about it, and the players are very excited about it. So we're glad to welcome him to our staff.
Well, one thing, he's not new. He's been with the program, so that's going to help. They already know each other, know how each one functions, and already have a good rapport.
Yes. The continuum is what I'm looking forward to, because it's been a great program, built great there's some good work's been done.
Line drive into center field, a base hit for Kevin Rivera. Jeremy Rivera crosses. A 4-run inning here in the third, and the Eagles lead 5-1.
Good job, JR.
Gabby Pedraza steps up to the plate. He went down on strikes his first time up.
Yeah, it's definitely a passing of the baton when it comes to soccer program. It's not reinventing the wheel. So we're just gonna continue what's been going on.
Well, also tough to replace the wife of Bill Brindley, Kelly Brindley, the volleyball coach. So more work to be done in the athletic program. There you see Prince Board, the women's soccer coach. Led the team to the South Region Final. Got the first playoff win in school history in season number 2. You can read about that team in the Game magazine. Looping liner in the left field and a diving catch. Great job by Jonathan Howard. He robbed Pedraza of a hit. Pedraza's been on base a lot already today. Kept off there by the left fielder Howard. We're saying in the Game magazine, Northeast Florida edition. Had the pleasure of putting that one together, talking about the terrific job the women's soccer team did this last fall. 2 outs, a runner at first. Runner goes, line drive down the left field line, and it's foul. Brian Lopez at the plate. He reached on an error his first time up. Well, Ellie, we're glad to have you aboard. Now the official head coach of the men's soccer program. Looking forward to a terrific fall season in 2017.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to work with you guys, to see you at the games, and go Eagles.
Go Eagles is right, and they're going today. They've scored 13 runs, 8 in game 1, 5 so far here in the third in game 2. A 4-run rally. They picked up 1 in the second and lead it 5-1. Runner goes, pitches upstairs, throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Kevin Rivera. So Lopez at the plate with a chance to drive in a run. Thank you, Coach John Jones, Prince Board, and new men's soccer coach Ellie Jean. Appreciate you coming and talking to us this afternoon. Hey, if we need you, we'll call you back for another rally. And the pitch is low and inside. 2 balls and a strike on Brian Lopez. Music with the pitch and a high drive, well hit in the left field. Howard going back, it is gone! Brian Lopez, 2-run homer. We told you Coach Jones is a good luck charm. And the Eagles lead 7-1. First home run of the season for Brian Lopez. RBIs 3 and 4. And it's a 6-run Trinity lead. Kevin Rivera scores ahead of the home run. Lopez. Due up now, the catcher, Yardley Camacho. He had his gear on with 2 outs, so he had to take a minute, take the gear off, head up to the plate. And a strike called on the first pitch. A single, a triple, a single, and a home run. Only thing missing this inning is the double. Ball and a strike to Camacho, and a high pop foul out of play. Bailey Music with the 1-2. This one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch outside. Full count on Camacho. Camacho, a freshman out of Lake Nona High School, and he sends one high and deep to left field. Howard is there to make the play. He ran it down. That's the second nice catch by Howard in left field, but the Eagles put 6 runs up on the board. 5 hits, the big blow, a 2-run homer from Brian Lopez, and we go to the 4th. The Eagles lead 7-1. Top of the 4th coming up. Trinity Baptist College leads Johnson University 7-1. A 6-run 3rd inning has given the Eagles that 6-run lead. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Johnson Royals. Max McCoy, Luke Shepard, and Jonathan Howard. Hope you're able to hear us talk things over with new men's soccer coach Ellie Jean, former assistant coach, now taking over for Bill Brindley, who's gone on to Columbia International University. Congratulations to Coach Jean. We look forward to seeing you and your young men out on the soccer field. John Shiver has pitched 3 innings, allowed 1 unearned run. Top of the 4th is underway, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Shiver has walked 1 and allowed 1 hit. He has struck out 3. Got all 3 outs via the strikeout in the 3rd inning. This one's downstairs, so a ball and a strike. Timeout on the mound. Umpire heading out there. And a slight delay. Camacho is ready. Get an opportunity. We'll let you know what's going on in spring training action. Shiver delivers the 1-1. Line drive into left field. Lanning overran it, turned around, leaped, and made the catch. T.J. Lanning. That one should be on the MLB Network Capital One Premier Plays of the Night. He overran the ball, turned around, leaped back, and made a diving one-hand catch. So 1 out for the first baseman, Luke Shepard. Pop up to the shortstop his first time up. McCoy hit that ball hard. Lanning is there. Braves and the Nationals tied at 1 in the 5th. Strike call on the outside corner. Houston 2, Marlins 1. Astros batting in the top of the 6th. Shiver with the 1-1. Ground ball. Took a hop on Belina and into left field. Ball hit the ground, took a right turn, left turn from Bellina's point of view, and that goes as a base hit for Luke Shepard. Bellina was there, ready to make the play. Ball had some English on it, and it results in a base hit. Jonathan Howard, we saw him make a diving catch not long ago. Also ran down a ball off the bat of Yeardley Camacho, so he made 2 terrific plays in left field. Lanning says, I can do it too. Runner at first, 1 out. Shiver with the pitch, foul tip. Shepard, slim lead at first. Rivera steps off the bag and the pitch. Outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And it's fouled off. Rays and the Pirates tied at 3 in the 6th. Toronto leads Baltimore 4-2. Of course, many teams still with some of their players in the World Baseball Classic. Team USA takes on Japan tonight, and the winner will play Puerto Rico for the title tomorrow night. The 1-2, fastball misses up high. Both ball games will begin at 9 p.m. Catch them on MLB Network. Those are all the games under action in spring training leagues. Grapefruit League, Cactus League getting underway a little later on. Angels at Cincinnati. Brewers at the Dodgers. San Diego at San Francisco. Kansas City at Arizona. Later tonight, Red Sox and the Yankees. Even later on tonight out in Arizona, White Sox at Texas and Oakland at Seattle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Howard has a runner at first and 1 out. Everybody's ready. Shiver from the stretch. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, foul tipped, and Camacho held on. Strikeout number 4 for John Shiver. 2 outs for the third baseman, Chris Burke. He laid down a sacrifice bunt. Very nearly beat it out. Jeremy Rivera just did get the tag on before Burke's foot hit the bag. First pitch is popped up. Camacho will watch it sail out of play. I lost sight of that ball and it hit the bleachers just a few feet away from me. That's what the loud boom was. No balls and a strike. Up and away for ball 1. Low 1-1 from Shiver. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shepard leads off first. The 1-2 misses up and away. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a foul off. Shiver delivering the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Royals get a hit, leave a runner at first. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Eagles lead it 7-1. Six runs in the 3rd inning gave the Eagles a 7-1 lead. They come to bat in the bottom of the 4th with the top of the order, Jacob Belina, A.J. Alexo, and T.J. Lanning. Ray Bureau bringing you the action. Dean on the camera once again. It's been a good offensive day for Trinity Baptist College. 8-0 win in game 1, a 7-1 lead here in game number 2. They won yesterday 10-9. And the pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. 25 runs put up on the board so far in this 3-game series. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. Belina's 1 for 2. He's hit the ball hard both times. He singled and scored in the 3rd. High pop foul, well out of play. So 2-2. Busick with the wind and the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. Full count. 4-game series at home versus Crowley's Ridge College. Coming up next for the Royals, a high drive, well hit in a left field. Right field, rather, it is off the fence, and Belina, he can run. He's around second, on his way to third, and he's there with a leadoff triple. Belina's second hit of the ball game. He is now 2 for 3. He stands at third, nobody out. And here's the shortstop, A.J. Alexo. He tripled his last time up. That drove in Belina, and Alexo later on scored. Hit by a pitch his first time, so 1 for 1. And the pitch is up and away. And the Eagles have the rhythm going in the dugout. 1-0 pitch is popped up, heading right back toward us. It'll just stay in play. Lands safely, so it's a ball and a strike. Looked like it was coming out over the fence, but it tailed back toward the field of play and landed safely. Ball and a strike to Alexo. High fly ball into center field. Belina back on the bag. He will tag. The ball lands, and Belina will score. Diving attempt by McKinney. Ball just seemed to die out there. It was heading right to him. Just lost its life and landed safely. That's an RBI single for Alexo, his second RBI hit of the ball game. Polina scores, and it's 8-1. TJ Lanning reached on an error, drove in a run in the third inning. He ended up scoring. High pop fly. Lee behind the infield makes the catch. One out. Jeremy Rivera at the plate. Fouled off the catcher's mask. No balls and a strike. Rivera is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the third. No balls and a strike. Pitch from Music, up and away. Music delivers the 1-1. High drive, well hit in the left field, but right at Howard. He's there. Takes 2 steps in and makes the play. Two down with a runner at first for the designated hitter, Richard Ruth. Doubled and scored in the second, lined out to left. Diving catch from Howard. That came the last time up in the third. Fouled off his foot. That one didn't feel too good. Ruth shaking it off. No way he wants to come out of this one. He's had a good day at the plate. 1 for 2 in game 2. 2 out of 4 with an RBI in game 1. So he's ready. No balls and a strike. A.J. Alexo at first. And a pitch. Ground ball in the hole and a base hit into right field. Alexo will stop at second. So Ruth now 2 for 3 here in game number 2. First and second, 2 men out for the second baseman, Kevin Rivera. He had an RBI single his last time up. Also stole a base and scored a run. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Alexo at second, Ruth at first, 2 outs, the 0-1 pitch. Good breaking ball for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Music with the pitch. Line drive, base hit, right back up the middle. Alexo will round third. He's coming to the plate. The throw, not in time. Ruth on his way to third. Ball gets away from Burke. Ruth gets up and he will score. One RBI credited to Rivera. Ruth scores on a ball that gets away from the third baseman. On the play, Rivera takes second. And the Eagles now lead 10-1. Gabby Pedraza at the plate. He has struck out and lined out to left. Ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 misses inside. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Three runs are in. Runner at second, 2 down. Ground ball, base hit into right. Rivera will round third. He will score. RBI single for Gabby Pedraza. It's 11-1. Center fielder Brian Lopez reached on an error in the second, hit a 2-run homer over the left field wall his last time up in the 4th. Line drive into center field, but McKinney is there to make the play. Well hit, but it retires aside. Eagles get 4 runs, 3 of them earned. And we go to the 5th. Trinity Baptist leads 11-1. John Shiver has allowed just 2 hits and a walk through 4 innings pitched. He has struck out 5 Royals, and his offense has given him an 11-1 lead. Top of the 5th coming up. Timothy Howard, Ryan McKinney, and Brandon Tyler are the scheduled hitters for the Royals. Timothy Howard, the designated hitter, will lead things off. He popped up to the shortstop, Alexo. That came in his first at-bat in the 2nd. Eagles got a run in the 2nd, 6 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th. Shiver on the mound. And the Eagles looking to complete the 3-game sweep. Action in the Eagles bullpen. Jace Fouché getting ready for Trinity. And a pop-up over near the side and out of play. Fouché just tossing gingerly at the moment. And a pitch from Shiver, fouled off once again. No balls and 2 strikes on Howard. The 0-2 from Shiver. Chopper towards third. Belina fields the big hop, throws to first. 1 away. Shiver gets a leadoff man here in the 5th. Center fielder Ryan McKinney at the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Shiver, swing and a miss, strike one. It's warmed up quite a bit from when we started at 11 a.m. Temperatures now in the low to mid 80s. No wind at all. Pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a pitch, swing and a miss. Shiver ahead, 1-2. The 1-2 from Shiver struck him out. That is number 6 for Shiver. 2 down, bases empty for the catcher, Brandon Tyler. He's 0 for 1. Ball is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Low and inside, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is low and in. Fouché now heating up in the bullpen. Might see him in the 6th. And the pitch. On the corner, 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4 puts a runner aboard. Tyler draws the walk, only the 2nd one that Shiver has allowed. Runner at first, 2 down for the 2nd baseman, Chandler Viscardis. He has walked and scored. He's also singled and stolen a base. Viscardis has been on base 4 times today. First pitch, Squibber, foul down the right side. Remember, the Eagles will host Edward Waters College this Friday afternoon. Game time beginning at 12. That is a single game. And a doubleheader against the Ed Waters Tigers on Saturday, also scheduled to begin at 12 noon. No balls and a strike. Up high for ball 1. Johnson's next games are doubleheader 2 days in a row against Crowley's Ridge College this Friday and Saturday. Both days, game times are 1 o'clock. The throw to first gets away. Here is Tyler on his way to second. So an error on the pitcher, Shiver, puts a runner in scoring position for Viscardis. On the 28th, Johnson will play 2 against Montreat College, a team the Eagles played earlier this season, before they head up to Pipapassis, Kentucky. That's a fun place to say. Pipapassis. Line drive into center field. Lopez, 2 steps in, makes the catch. Side retired. After 4.5, Eagles lead 11-1. And that's going to do it this afternoon. 10-run rule in effect after 5 innings during a 7-inning ball game because of the doubleheader. So the final score, Trinity Baptist College 11, Johnson University 1. Eagles won game 1 8-0. The winning pitcher here is John Shiver. He'll get credit for a complete game. 5 innings pitched, 1 unearned run. He walked 2, struck out 6, and allowed just 2 hits. Bailey Musick takes a loss for the Royals. Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you this Friday afternoon on live stream through tbceagles.com. For Dean Bureau working camera, thank you to Coach John Jones, Coach Ellie Jean, and Coach Prince Board for joining us earlier. And for everyone, on behalf of Trinity Baptist College, I'm Ray Bureau saying good afternoon and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.